My name is Isaiah Ashley. I am a 28-year-old American. I left America for Southeast Asia in October 2022. And if you ask me why, I don't really have a good reason other than why not. And I haven't looked back since. So for you guys who are familiar with the channel, you guys will know that I've been living in Thailand for about the past 3 years. And a few months ago, I moved here to Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, very unplanned. And when I say unplanned, I really didn't think it over. So let me give you guys some background as to why I got a place in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. So when I first moved to Thailand, I actually had visited Vietnam very early on, but mainly just to do a border run back then. And I could not see myself living in Vietnam at all. Now, with that being said, I really never left District 1 of Ho Chi Minh, and I wasn't even thinking about the idea of moving to Vietnam back then. I was just literally doing a quick visit, so like a tourist, and going back to Thailand. And at the time, I had recently started my channel. Fast forward to now, I now have an audience of over 100,000 subscribers and people who watch my channel very intentionally because they're either planning to move abroad or want to move abroad. With that being said, I figured, okay, I've covered, a lot of videos in Thailand, but why not open the horizons to another country? It's right here, it's only an hour away. Let's see what Vietnam is like. So I come to Vietnam, film some content in Da Nang, Vietnam, and then I end up flying over here to Ho Chi Minh. Shout out to my guy KT, and he set up some condo tours for me, and I was impressed by what I seen. So I went back to Bangkok, and a few weeks later I thought to myself, you know what the heck, why not get a place in Vietnam and begin seeing what it's like over here as well? Because many people have talked about Vietnam, they say it's even cheaper than Thailand, so I want to see the comparison. And so now that I've been here a few months, I can honestly say I'm actually really enjoying living here. From the convenience to the affordability to the condo I live in my neighborhood, I absolutely love the neighborhood I found. And oddly enough, I feel more focused here in Vietnam than I do in Thailand, but I still love Thailand. Being able to live in like Thailand or Vietnam, like as an American is honestly, it's truly a blessing. I mean, I feel like my money just goes so much further. I honestly can say I feel like I live like a millionaire out here. Steak dinners whenever I want. I have a personal trainer. I get driven everywhere and grab. Even grocery shopping is very affordable. And pretty much everything I need is literally just in walking distance for me. I don't feel like life gets much better than that. Over 3 years later, and I still have zero regrets about making this move. I mean, my life has changed so much, but for the better. In the past 3 years, I've been able to build a 6-figure income remotely and live a lifestyle of honestly ultimate freedom. So in this video, I just want to highlight what my lifestyle looks like here in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. So starting with my accommodation, I lease a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square foot condo, and I absolutely love it. Came fully furnished. We have a sauna, steam room, gym, jacuzzi, pool, game room, tennis court, and a grocery store at the bottom of our building. Honestly, it does not get much better than this. On top of that, the neighborhood is absolutely convenient. It's modern, wide streets, safe, quiet. I mean, we have plenty of amazing coffee shops around here, a Muay Thai gym in walking distance, a dental office in walking distance, which for you guys who live in America, our dental cleanings here in Vietnam only cost $15 to get your teeth cleaned. So you have no excuse to maintain your dental out here. We also have a massage shop, a fresh juice shop, and much more. Like I said, guys, restaurants, I'm super spoiled out here. My lifestyle here in Vietnam, honestly, has become pretty active as well as healthy. So I'm also running daily, training Muay Thai. Like I said, I hired a personal trainer, $20 a session, which I train 4 times a week. And I also picked up playing pickleball once a week.
Catch me chilling with the plug in Miami. I'm looking like designer drugs from Miami.
So back in high school, I think middle school, high school, I used to run a lot in my neighborhood. Hit a couple miles, used to run, I used to also bike. That's how I got this injury right here, was from biking, wasn't wearing a helmet. Flipped over the front of the bike, smashed the side of my face. Every injury I've ever gotten is from trying to be healthy. Now that I think about it, exercise, every exercise has got me injured. I got this right here from bench pressing, almost did the same thing on this side, bench pressing. What was it, my Achilles last year, playing basketball. Riding a bike. Exercising is dangerous, y'all. I'm glad to have it part of my life again. Started jogging out here, so starting off with like 2 miles a day until I get my conditioning back up, and then we're gonna go like 3 to 4. I don't know, running feels good though. I'm enjoying it.
Cause life been too sweet, no candy. Catch me chillin' with the plug in Miami. I'm looking like designer drugs from Miami. I know my haters can't stand me. Cause life been too sweet, no candy.
Are you from America?
Yes.
Nice to meet you today.
Nice to meet you.
When are you leaving now?
Huh?
When are you leaving now?
Oh, I'll be here for like 6 months.
How long time living here?
I've been here for three months.
2 months?
3.
Three
Yeah.
months?
Yeah.
Are you tourist or refugee?
I'm living here now.
My English teacher
Oh, okay.
in America.
Oh.
30 years ago, I studied English with him.
Really?
I always listening to CNN. CNN number 1.
Ah, okay.
How are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 28.
10?
28.
28 years. Are you very handsome?
Oh, thank you.
You dark skin, but look very handsome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You think my English good or not?
It's good. Yeah.
I 30 years.
So, as I was running, you guys can see that guy, he stopped me. He wanted to practice his English. He said he learned English 30 years ago from an American English tutor. Nice. Never know.
But this ain't sweet, this ain't okay. Catch me chillin' with the plug in Miami. I'm looking like designer drugs from Miami. I know my haters can't stand me. Cause life been too sweet, no candy. Catch me chillin' with the plug in Miami. I'm looking like designer drugs from Miami.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Yeah. Oh yeah, the beast back. Adrenaline pumping through my veins, can't relax. Original, I am not the same as these cats. I sting them if they never ever mind and they beeswax. I don't ever cap, but I'm wearing like 3 hats. Never been a rat, but I know where the cheese at. You'll never get a trophy cause they all here where we at. You bet.
Yeah, I'm dead.
One, every dog has its day, it's been mine since day one. This is real grinding, I'm still climbing. While you still trying, I'm still shining, it's real blinding.
And we're done. That's a wrap, y'all. I'm gonna lie to you, that was tiring. My second time doing this ever. But since it's right around the corner, y'all, this is walking distance from my condo. I told y'all, man, I'm like super spoiled. And the trainer, he's Thai, he's from Thailand.
Hello everyone. Saikon Sport Club. Saikon Muay Club, sorry.
Yes, come train here. Thank you. All right, yeah, that was 8 rounds here. Y'all can see our boy is valid, sweating like crazy, man. That was tiring, but it was rewarding. I feel great, even though I'm really tired, but not like a good training session. So nowadays, with being in Vietnam, as I mentioned before, like for me, being here is about it's about my health and wellness. I do love the fact that I have a bigger kitchen. For the first 3 years living, Southeast Asia, I did the smaller condos. So when I moved to Vietnam, I was like, yo, I definitely got to get a bigger place now, and I'm very grateful for it. Yeah, I do love having a kitchen again. And I know many foreigners, who move out here. Most people don't cook because it's so affordable to eat out. But it's also here. It's not expensive at all to also grocery shop. But the biggest thing for me is not even the cost factor now. It's just that I want to know what's going into my food, and when you cook at home, it simplifies what you're eating because you know the ingredients, you don't have a bunch of junk in your food. And then it also allows me to track my calories better because when you go out, between the sauces and everything that goes into, getting a meal out, you just don't know exactly what's in your food. So eating at home allows me to have a pretty good diet. So this is my typical breakfast. Is having spinach with eggs, some protein from the bacon and the eggs and stuff like that. And so, just maybe a little omelet. protein shake, and some fruit. And that's all I need. What I like about making omelets is that you can just do whatever you want to them. Whatever toppings you desire, you just throw it inside. Judgment-free zone. So we got spinach, onion, tomato, a little bit of chilies in here, kind of like a little spice. That's what living in Asia has done to me. Everything is spicy these days. Sometimes you gotta spice up your life, you know what I mean? Quick and easy breakfast. Because the thing is, once you've done this part, then you just cover it. I don't have a top, y'all, so that's why I gotta use another pot to cover it. Don't judge me. Real quick, you're traveling or living abroad, one thing that's super important to have is travel insurance. I personally use Safety Wing. They have two plans. One is the Essential, which is great for shorter trips. It covers the basics, like getting sick, unexpected injuries, hospital visits, and travel emergencies. But if you're out here long term, as I know a lot of you plan to be, you're gonna wanna have their Complete plan. With the Complete plan, you can choose any doctor you want, public or private. You can get checkups, screenings, mental health support, and even serious stuff like cancer treatment. It covers therapy, vaccines, maternity care, emergency evacuations, all of it. Plus, it's got your back with travel stuff too. Like say your luggage disappears, or your accommodation gets canceled, or even you lose your passport. It works in over 170 countries, so if you're bouncing between places like a few months in Thailand or a few months in Bali, it's got you covered. So yeah, if you're trying to travel smart, then scan the QR code on the screen, or click the link in the description and let them know I sent you. Anyway, back to the video. So it's Saturday about 4:20 right now. Finna head like, what I'm gonna call like downtown, like District 1. That's like the busy area. So I live, like I said, D2, the kind of like the outskirts, which is much more like relaxed in my area. But anyway, I'm finna take you guys to my favorite steak place for kind of like dinner, but also lunch because I haven't eaten today. But yeah, my favorite steak spot. Show you guys a little bit of like what the downtown area looks like. Then after that, take you guys to go get a haircut for $5 US. Yes, I get fresh cuts for $5. I'm just spoiled. It don't get much better than this. So to get from D1 to D2 is gonna be about, I wanna say like probably a 20-minute ride, maybe a little bit longer. But we're about to get picked up in an SUV for guess how much? For $3 US, guys. And like that just blows my mind. I was just in America a couple months ago. A 15-minute Uber ride from the airport to wherever, 15 minutes, cost me like 40 bucks. So the fact that I can go 20 in an SUV for $3 US, I mean, like I said, guys, those hidden taxes you pay living in America, everything is gonna get you. And even to add to that point, years ago, I tested out side hustles and drove for like Uber and Lyft. And you guys won't believe how much Lyft and Uber takes from the drivers, but out here, it's not like that. Out here, whatever the price is charged, drivers pretty much keep like 85 to 90% of the fee that's charged. Versus in America, drivers might only get 35, 40% of the ride. So, you know, out here is good for both the drivers and the riders, so. I'm sure you guys are curious, what are the cons of living in Vietnam as an American? So here's a few, to name a few, there's not many, but one, there is language barrier, which with technology, that's not the biggest issue these days. As far as like your day-to-day interactions, it does become a little bit of a con when it comes to making like genuine connections, building friendships. That part is difficult. Obviously, if you can't communicate, it's hard to like be friends with somebody. So communication would be one issue, but like I said, not a big deal. Google Translate exists. One of the biggest cons between Vietnam so far and Thailand is that being that Thailand became so popular, it's now way easier to build informed community in Thailand than it is here in Vietnam. Just because there's so many more like Americans and foreigners living in and wanting to go to Thailand just because it went so viral. So in Vietnam, what I've noticed so far, what I've noticed is that it's a bit harder like making friends out here to do stuff with. But once again, that's not like a huge con for me. I got my friends in Thailand. It's an hour away. If I miss them, I can just go meet up. Now, I know for some of you guys who might, move out here, that might be a con for you. But that's not really that big of a deal for me. So another con that I think is worth mentioning is that Vietnam doesn't really offer like long-term visas. So out here, you're gonna be on 90 days, then you renew 90 days. Now, for you guys who don't mind like, you know, doing a quick travel every 90 days, that's not a huge con. And from the people that I've talked to who've lived out here for years, they say that it's not been an issue for them to continually, you know, just renew and get that 90-day visa over and over and over again. So if you don't want to have to like leave every 90 days, Vietnam is also not going to be for you. I think other than that, I mean, there's not really any other cons that I can particularly like think about off the top of my head. So a lot of you guys are probably curious, what do I do for a living to be able to be out here for almost 4 years, going on my 4th year now? Well, when I first moved out here, I had just stopped running a pressure washing business, but I passed it down to my brother, and I was making some income from that passively. I had another YouTube channel I was making money from, as well as some digital products, and then I was also doing like digital marketing for a few clients. Fast forward to today, I never expected this channel to blow up like it did. But here we are now. I just got my 100K subscriber plaque a couple months ago. I think we're at like 130,000 subscribers on the channel now. I can now say like YouTube makes me a very healthy income that I can now more than afford to live a really good life out here. So YouTube is now a full-time thing, along with a couple other streams of income, sponsorships, trading, and I still do have one digital marketing client that I work with that I have a really good relationship with. I think honestly it's never been easier to make money online. Back when, you know, when I was younger, looking up how to make money on the internet was like some type of mystical thing. But now the internet is what we do everything on. Like you do everything on the internet now. So like, I feel like if you have the ability to get a remote job or make some type of income online, whether it's consulting, whether it's selling a service online, whether it's content, whether it's trading, whatever your hustle is, I mean, being able to make money online, especially dollars, and then come live in a country like Thailand or Vietnam, for me, it's literally a no-brainer. I saved so much money living out here while still being able to enjoy my life to the fullest. Like I said, guys, I'm super, super spoiled. I'm blessed, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So one of the biggest things that I know a lot of people, Americans who watch this video, is gonna go, what about communism? Because I know America is one of the biggest ops against communism. Americans have taught this propaganda, and the American teaches you to hate communism. Now, I'm not gonna talk too much about that because I'm not a citizen here, I'm living here, but a lot of times when you guys hear that word, you automatically think no rights, and just like basically you associate communism and dictatorships all in one big bundle. And guys, it's honestly not like that at all. There's nothing that I can't do here in Vietnam that I do in America. Honestly, in some ways, a lot of these countries are more free than we are in America. You just don't know. Right now, America is in an affordability crisis. I can admit my privilege being able to live in these countries as an American making USD. I 100% can acknowledge that. But you know, people are frustrated. I think that's why this channel has grown so much. People are simply frustrated from being, frustrated and being tired of screwed every which way. I mean, in America, you just get screwed left and right, from taxes to a constant increase in cost of living. It honestly, it's unfair. And people are tired of it. People are tired of it. They want something different. And that's why many foreigners are now looking at options such as, these countries out here in Southeast Asia. One of the things you'll notice about living in Southeast Asia is that the backbone of a lot of these countries is small business. One of the biggest issues we face in America is that everything has become super corporate, and power has become basically condensed to just a few big companies. Now, what happens what are the results when that happens? Well, you get when power consolidates like that, basically that means that markets stop competing. Prices are no longer competitive. They hit you with shrinkflation, inflation, which is basically just a cover up for their greed. Because as we've seen in the past few years, these companies are claiming inflation while also reporting record high profits. So for me, another thing I love about living out here is that small business is the glue of these countries, and that you have options. You don't always have to buy from the big corporate company. You can support the local small businesses, from the street food vendors to the local coffee shops and everyone else. And I think that is one of the biggest things that's missing in America, is that we no longer really have an option when it comes to purchasing. We're pretty much obligated to buy from some big corporate company who does not give a damn about us. I will say this, y'all. Living in Southeast Asia will ruin you in this way. Once you get used to paying these prices, you will never want to go back to paying American prices. I told you guys, $3 for a 25-minute Uber, $1 and $2 meals. I can get my clothing at a deep discount. Like my rent costs, everything. I'm sorry, I can't do it no more. This is the one way I have been completely ruined, is I can never go back to paying American prices. I have not eaten all day, y'all, so I'm being kind of fat. I ordered 1 steak dish with 2 sides, and then also got chicken with 2 sides. Hey, argue with your mama, don't judge me. All right, y'all, so the food is here. We got the macaroni and cheese with the steak and the chicken, mashed potatoes, and then all the other sides. So you got apple nut salad. A little bit of a feast here. Thank you so much. All right, so right now we are here in Mega Market. This, if I had to compare it to something in America, this would be like your Costco, Sam's Club type place. This is like where the stores that you buy things in bulk at the bigger sizes, but this is one of the bigger grocery stores here. Pretty much all your household goods, appliances, food. So this is where I do my grocery shopping at. And the groceries here is very affordable. Like one of the things that really, like shopping here kind of takes me back in time to where like, every time I leave here, my cart is always like full, like almost like overflowing. And the bill only comes out to like $100, like $150. So like, it feels like shopping in America back in like the early 2000s. The hardest part about fruit, always picking which one is the best. Which one does y'all think, man? I guess they both look good. I don't know. Just want to get both. Ooh, how much are these grapes? This one is $1.55. All right, we'll get this pack right here. I boil living in Southeast Asia down to simplicity, affordability, and convenience. And that's the 3 things I really love about living out here, on top of safety.